Hello, everyone. Welcome to Money Talk Podcast, Episode 1. Yes, you heard that right. Episode 1, meaning this is my first podcast, you guys. So, with that being said, please take it easy on me. And really quick, too, for you guys who don't know, or for you guys who do know, I also do have a YouTube channel as well called Reselling with Zoe and Lex, where we basically just do unboxing videos and kind of take you guys on the journey with us to look at different palettes that we purchase and what we kind of look for and stuff like that, and kind of dive into about what reselling is and how to resell. So if that's something that interests you, I advise you guys go check out that channel and make sure you guys subscribe as well. It's totally free and we drop videos weekly on there. But anyway, for this first episode on the Money Talk podcast, I'm just going to kind of dive in and kind of talk about myself, let you guys know who I am and how I became a reseller and just where the passion and everything came from. And hopefully I can kind of pass some advice along to you guys as well who have thought about becoming an entrepreneur and wanted to try the reselling side of business and stuff like that. So I guess I'll start when I was a kid, you guys. Honestly, growing up, I've always had an interest in money, I guess you can say, whether that be bringing my mom to the store to buy mechanical pencils so I can resell them at school, or I was buying Yu-Gi-Oh cards, reselling them at school, stuff like that, or buying popcorn and selling them by the bag in my neighborhood for $1. So basically anything that I can do to make a little bit extra money. You know what I mean? Growing up. So I guess you can say I've always had this in me that I wanted to own my own business or be my own boss, I guess you can say. And so fast forward to about a year ago, I was working at T-Mobile. I stepped down. I mean, it's a long story in general about my journey at T-Mobile, but let's just say I stepped down from at T-Mobile and I was just a sales rep. I was a manager at one point for a little bit, but like I said, I stepped down and I was going to school for law enforcement actually, and my girlfriend right now was going to school for nursing, which she's almost about to graduate here pretty soon, which is pretty awesome too. But like I said, I was going to school for law enforcement and I was working full time, and I had a kid as well, so we have 2 kids, Taden and Cash, and I just had a realization, honestly, to myself. I was like, I've always wanted to own my own business. I'm 26 right now, and I don't want to regret this when I get older. So what I did was what any logical person would do is quit going to school and quit their job and just pursue what they wanted to do. Now, you guys, I didn't just quit right off the jump. I was doing the reselling for about 5-ish months before I did go ahead and decided to quit school and quit my job. So I was already in reselling, doing buying and reselling pallets and stuff like that. I just didn't quit my job and started it right away. I made sure it was something I wanted to do and something that I could actually do, and it was. So I wanted to take it more serious, and the only way I thought I could take it more serious was to fully jump into it and put all my time and effort and energy into this one thing that I've always wanted to do. So that required me to, unfortunately, quit my job and quit going to school so I can pursue my dream. Now, how did I get started? It's funny. So I'm within the last year and a half, I would say I've gotten really huge into YouTube. Well, I bought this camera because I wanted to be a YouTuber, and it was just going to be about vlogs. I just wanted to get started with videos and just start posting. And that's just really quick too. That's for anyone out there. If you guys wanted to start a business or a YouTube channel or just anything in general, honestly, just do it. You just have to start. I know planning and trying to figure out things beforehand, it does sometimes work, but in most cases, honestly, you guys, you won't never know until you guys just actually try it and just do it. So that's what I did. I went out and bought a camera. You don't have to necessarily do what I do. A lot of people use their cell phones, but I went and bought a camera. I believe for my whole setup and then tripod and everything was $600, $700. But that was my motivation, you guys, to hey, I spent this much money in investment. I'm going to go ahead and pursue it. So that's what I did. So I watched a lot of YouTube videos around how to become a YouTuber and stuff like that. And that's when I came across videos of people who are resellers. And that just really interests me because, like I said, growing up, I've always bought and resold stuff my whole life. And when I saw those videos, I found it really interesting because they were sharing a lot of information for free, you guys, that can help anybody become a 6-figure income a year. You know what I mean? So after watching these videos, it was probably been about a couple months before we started, before we bought our first pallet, I should say. And the way we did that was Lex had an old iPhone 11 or iPhone 10 or whatever it was, and she upgraded recently. And that phone was paid off, and so it was just thrown into a drawer, and we haven't looked at it since. But so what we wanted to do was go ahead and sell that phone and invest that money into a pallet, which we did, and we was able to get $480 for that cell phone, and our first pallet was only $500. So we only came out of our pocket $20 to kind of start this whole reselling idea, and from there on it just kind of took off, you guys, honestly. And if you guys go and watch our videos, one of our first videos about the reselling, you can just see how much stuff that we acquired, because I believe we started in the beginning of August and I started recording, I want to say at the end of September, maybe in the middle of October. So I can't quite remember. Like I said, we started the business in August, and I just kind of wanted to focus on it. I wasn't really thinking too much about making it into like a YouTube thing, like the unboxing, reselling with Zoe and Lex. That wasn't really a thing until about a month and a half after we started the reselling. But yeah, that's how we got started. Like I said, we had $480 from that investment of the cell phone when we bought our first pallet, and we made our money back plus a little bit more like 2 days after us buying that pallet. And after that, we were hooked, you guys. And what I could say is, like I said, do your research. Like I said, I was watching YouTube videos and things like that, and that's how I learned to become, I guess, quote unquote, reseller / entrepreneur. Somebody who really inspired me, though, you guys, was GaryVee. GaryVee is, I know there's both sides to this. There's people who really like GaryVee, and there's people who just hate GaryVee. And for those who don't know who GaryVee is, he's I guess now more of an inspirational or motivational speaker now. He owns Vanner Media, which a lot of people don't know. It's a multi-million-dollar business. He has over 1,000 employees. He's really successful, and like I said, he inspires me, I guess, a little bit to say, just because it's not always just about business in a sense. It's also about mental health with him, and also too, it's about just being better as a person. You know what I mean? And as an entrepreneur, a lot of people look down, I guess, on us just because we're resellers or entrepreneurs or trying to do it on our own. But like I said, just watching a lot of YouTube channels and just got me to where I am right now. And like I said, my huge inspiration right now is GaryVee, and that helped me a lot in terms of posting more on social media, being more aware and more active on platforms that I didn't really know much about, where I had to know more about because it was going to help me out in the long run. Whew, sorry you guys, it's hot in here. I have the window crack, so I'm trying to get through this. But and I'm also looking down at a cheat sheet that I do have for you guys as well. And like I was saying before, you guys, if you're gonna do something, just honestly do it. Jump in and do it. Literally do it. Then that's what I did with the YouTube channel, like I said, and that's what I did with this reselling business. I literally just did it. You can't think too much about stuff without actually thinking yourself out of it, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And what's going to be really cool, like I said, this channel is going to be a little bit, or this first episode is going to be a little bit explaining about me, and also too, I want to let you guys know what you guys could expect later in more later episodes. So it's not just going to be entrepreneur reselling talk here on this channel. I also want to talk a little bit more about like anything that has to do with money in general. So whether that be your 9 to 5 job, or how to properly go through an interview, or we're going to talk about just like how to invest into crypto, or talk about NFTs. That's something that's really huge right now, and a lot of people don't know about it but want to know about it. So that's going to be something that's going to be talked about here on this channel as well. And we're also going to dive into some crypto stocks, just a lot of different things that it's the new fad, I guess you can say, nowadays. So if that's something that interests you guys, like I said, go ahead and hit that like and hit that subscribe button. It's all totally free, and I'm going to be dropping episodes once a week, hopefully. And going forward, having guests on here, I have a couple friends who are doing really well in those categories I mentioned, like the stocks, crypto, and like the NFT area. Have a few friends that are doing really well in that side of the business, so I'm definitely going to try to get those guys on here, and we can kind of dive in more about that stuff and just kind of talk about, like I said, what money is. And that's the whole talk of this podcast. Like I said, it's called Money Talk Podcast. So anything that has to do with the money, you guys, that's what this channel is about. So that's just a little brief summary. I know it's not too long. I didn't want to make it too long for my first episode, just so I can keep you guys engaged a little bit more. Like I said, it's just a touch of who I am as a person and how I got started as a reseller. Now, definitely as these episodes go on, I will be letting you guys know. I'll be opening up a little bit more. I don't know if you guys can hear, that's Cash actually in the background. But like I said, I'll be diving a little bit more into myself and who I am, and just kind of give you guys more of a glimpse of my life, I guess to say. And like I said earlier too, go check out my YouTube channel, Reselling with Zoe and Legs. I actually get hands-on, bring you guys to the factory where I get my pallets from and stuff like that, and break down and open the pallet, show you guys what's in the pallets and how I sell them, and how I grade items in the sense of, is it new or new open box, stuff like that. But I'm going to be but I'm going to be taking some of my content from there and bringing it here as well, because I know I've had a lot of questions from that channel as well, around how to become a reseller, how I got started, and what kind of things that I can kind of give advice in terms of what you should sell on, like platform wise and stuff like that. And everybody's different, honestly, you guys. If you look up a lot of YouTubers who are doing the reselling, there's very few resellers out there who does what I do, meaning like I've only really sell on Facebook Marketplace. That is my main selling platform right now, whereas a lot of other resellers will tell you that Amazon is the go-to, or eBay and stuff like that, where I don't like to handle the shipping. What I'm trying to do is, though, is a little bit different from those guys. It's they're owning a online store, and that's basically what it is when you sell on eBay and or on Amazon. And for me, I actually want to open my own business, like an actual brick and mortar like storefront. Like I said, I've been watching YouTube videos, and I've been seeing a lot of people who have opened up bin stores, mainly in the South, and they've had huge success rate. And that's something that really interests me. The fact that it's very profitable. Not only that, it's not as much work as a lot of people think it is. This like set up like a retail store. Let's say if you have a clothing brand, that's a lot more work, because you have to think of designing and stuff like that. Whereas if I had a bin store, it's just I can buy this stuff in bulk and dump it into a bin and have like $6 days, $5 days, $4 days, $3 days, etc. So that is something that I am looking to do here. Sorry, you guys can hear Cash. I believe Ice Age is on, so that's one of his favorite movies. He has a lot of favorite movies, actually. But anyway, like I said, that is something that I am wanting to do. I want to open up my own store. So my way of selling, I guess, is going to be a little bit different than a lot of other people's. But like I said, go ahead and check my channel out, you guys. I do unboxing videos, and I also show you guys a lot of little things that I get in those boxes as well. But I honestly, that's going to be probably it for this episode, you guys. Thank you so much. If you have made it this far, please drop a like and subscribe to this channel. Like I said, I'll be dropping content once a week here on this platform, and hopefully once a week on my Reselling with Zoe channel as well. So make sure you go hop over there and check that channel out. Other than that, that's going to be it for this, you guys. Thank you guys so much. And like I said, please like and subscribe down below. And if you guys have any other things that you want me to talk about here on this channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think or what I should talk about here on this channel. Because like I said, I've had a lot of questions come from my other channel about how to become a reseller. So if there's other questions that you guys have that you guys want me to answer, definitely leave it down in the comments below, and I definitely would get to them. But other than that, that's gonna be it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for just dropping in and listening to me, even if it was for a few minutes. It really does mean a lot. And then like I said, going forward, I hope to drop at least one episode once a week, and it's gonna just be around what my title says, Money Talk Podcast. So without further ado, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get a body here and let you guys enjoy the rest of your day. So I'll see you guys next week.